everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live in the Hive this evening. Welcome, and please let me know when you arrive. Leave a comment so that we know that you're watching this evening. Lots of announcements for you this evening, as well as a new Valentine's Day project. So I'm glad you're here with me this evening. I don't see, oh, there's my first comment. Hi, Gail. I heard you were having trouble with your cell phone today. I'm glad it's working. That is wonderful. Glad to have you. All right. So yeah, as you come into Facebook Live this evening, please say hello. Lots of announcements, lots of deadlines coming up. Hello, Margaret. How are you? We missed you on Saturday, Gail. We had our virtual card club in person last Saturday, so we missed you. Hi, Jeanne. How are you doing? Oh, hello, Deborah. How are you? All right, it is 7:30. I'm gonna wait probably one more minute. All right, and then we'll get started. Hi, Kisha, how are you? Hello, Bobby. Bobby picked up her virtual kit today, so she's all ready to go. Hi, Tina. The boys are doing very well. They're very busy, very active, but they're doing very well. Thank you for asking. All right. All right, everyone. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I know a few of you are here, and as people arrive, I'm sure they're going to say hello. I am going to go over some promotions with you, okay? Because there are several going on, and I don't want you to miss out on them, okay? All right, so currently we are in Stampin' Up bonus days, and when you shop with me online, you can earn a $5 coupon. Now you're going to want your order to be at $50 before shipping and tax. Once it reaches $50, you'll earn a $5 bonus. And you'll continue earning those $5 bonuses for every $50 in product purchased. So don't forget about our bonus days that are happening now. Hello, Sue and Pam and Peggy and Sonia. Thank you all for being here. Okay, so we also have another promotion going on right now, and that's Product of the Month. And this is this month's product. When your order reaches $75 in sales, your minimum purchase is $75. You can opt in and select the Fabulous Saying stamp set for $5. So keep that in mind as you're shopping. You may want to take advantage of that as well. All right, gosh, we have lots of company tonight. Hi, Lori. Hi, Diane. Hello. Okay, there are several new kits. We've got the Adopt a Pet kit that's available in the online store, as well as Lots to Love kit. There's also a butterfly kit, but I don't have the image for that one. Okay. All right, any questions about the upcoming promotions that are happening? Tonight is your very last night to sign up for product shares with me. I've received several orders today, so I hope they will keep coming in because that supports my small business. Yes, tonight is the deadline, and after tonight's broadcast, I will leave a link where you can complete a Google form, and you can let me know if you want just the paper share, embellishment share, or ribbon share, or if you want all three of them. Okay, so let me show you the link that I am going to leave you this evening. Sorry about that. I have to find it. I'm going to turn my iPad here. I have to find it on my laptop. All right, we'll switch on over. This is the link that I'm going to leave you this evening. It explains my product shares in detail, okay? And what they're all about. Everything's labeled for you in case you ever want to pre-order something, or order something at a later time. The designer paper and specialty paper share is $65. That includes every single paper in the 2026 mini, along with the January online exclusives. I also have a ribbon share, and again, it's the 2026 mini along with the January online exclusives. The ribbon share is $20. The embellishment share is $40. So you can scroll down and you can check the box as to which share you want, or you can check for all 3 shares. And then fill out this information for me. And then let's see. And it's going to ask you to submit it, okay? I'm looking at this, and I think I'm looking at it in the editor mode and not exactly what you'll see when you have the link, but close to it. But anyway, those are the product shares, and I really hope you'll take advantage of those. And you can let me know this evening. Tomorrow morning is when I am going to place the order, okay? So definitely fill out that form this evening. Okay, I am looking. Oh, I think y'all are talking about the Adopt a Pet. Okay, so Sue has a question. Tammy, I have a question regarding the new kit, Adopt a Pet. Is that something 2 little girls, 8 to 10, would be able to do? That's an excellent question. There may be a description in the online store about the age group. So definitely look there. Lori is also a demonstrator, and Lori says, yes, absolutely they can. I ordered 5 of them for my granddaughters, ages 5 to 10. Maybe a little help with the younger girls, but you know what? You can craft together, right? That's awesome. So hopefully that helps you, Sue. Okay, but it looks absolutely adorable. I wish the grandsons were just a bit older for that. All right, tonight we're gonna also talk about Virtual Club for a few minutes because the deadline to sign up for January's Virtual Club is tomorrow. And I don't want you to miss out on the Valentine cards. All right, so here is a Virtual Club packet. I can show you what it looks like. It has a half package of the Made with Love designer paper. It has 8 cards, pre-cut, pre-scored for you. 1 package of doilies for your cards. And you'll also receive a package of embellishments. They are currently on order. And there's also a free treat bag in there because last Wednesday night, we played around with the treat bags and we made 2 different types of bags. So if you haven't seen that video, go to my blog, becreativestamping.com to find it, okay? But this is your packet. It's $45. It includes shipping. So I don't have to add shipping, okay? So this will be ready to mail next week. You do receive, there are 4 card designs in the package, 2 of each card. That's going to give you 8 total cards with envelopes. And I do video tutorials, so you're going to get a video tutorial for each and every design in this packet. I also like to include any tips and tricks video and a supply list video. And on top of that, during Facebook Live, if I'm using this suite like I'm going to use tonight, I'm going to put that Facebook video on your resource page. So all of your projects, using the Made with Love suite. They're all gonna be on one page, okay? So it makes it really easy for you when it's time to pull out your suite and start creating with it. We're using the Endless Love bundle, so keep that in mind. That's a bundle you're certainly going to want to have on hand. We do some die cutting for you, and any die cutting that you do will relate to the bundle. For example, you'll be using the Endless Love dies to cut some of the cardstock, okay? I think I have 2 kits left and that's it. So first come, first serve, okay? And someone did sign up today. So I've got space for, I believe, 2 more people. I'm gonna show you how to find that information so that you can sign up. We are actually gonna head over to my blog, and it's www.becreativestamping.com. I'm just gonna log out of there. Hang on one second. It is loading. All right, come on. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. We're over here on my website, and I want you to look at the top. It says Home, Shop, Events, Join, Blog, and Contact. If you click on Blog, you are going to find out all about the January Be Inspired Card Club. You can click that box. It is going to explain Virtual Card Club to you in detail, so you know exactly what's going on. And then it'll say to learn more about the Virtual Card Club, click here and be sure to register by January 15th. That's tomorrow. You have until midnight tomorrow night. Whew, my computer's going crazy. I'm actually not, okay, I've never seen it do that before. So this is the Be Inspired Club right here, okay? Goes over all the details. And this is also where you will pay, okay? All right, and when you do join my virtual card club, you receive a welcome gift, and so far everybody is loving it. When you've been with me 6 consecutive months, you're going to get a goodie bag of $20 to $25 of Stampin' Up! Product. And I like my goodie bag to relate to the theme we're doing that month. So hopefully we can continue to do that. It's been a lot of fun. Any questions on the product shares or virtual club? I am going to roll out my retreat information tonight. I'm going to do that next, but I just want to be sure there aren't any questions regarding the product shares or the virtual club. And I hope you'll join us this month. The cards are really fun, and there are 8 of them. And so great Valentines to send grandchildren or children, that sort of thing. So they're just really, really sweet. And they coordinate quite nicely with tonight's project we're gonna do, which I haven't shown you yet. All right, are you ready for me to roll out retreat details? A lot of you in September signed up. You put down a deposit. I have your deposit information, okay? And so tonight I'm going to roll out the theme and the optional classes, okay? Are you ready? All right, so tomorrow you're going to see this image over on my blog, and I am featuring the set Lovely and Beautiful. And the retreat weekend is March 6th, 7th, and 8th in Richmond, Virginia. So I am hoping that some of you will join us. We would love to have you. It is a fun weekend. It's filled with lots of great food, lots of great paper crafting, and lots of great friends. So for those of you who are on the fence, this just might be your time now to join. Yay! Bess is ready to join. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right. So I'm going to show you, I haven't published the Google form yet that you're going to fill out. I will do that tomorrow, and then I'll make an announcement on Facebook. I literally just finished the details at 7 p.m. tonight, okay? So I think we have about 10 spots left, but I haven't heard from all my regulars yet either, and so it will depend on that, of course. It's also being offered online, and it will be delivered to your door in March, okay? All right, so let's head on over here and let me see if I can't find it. All right. So this is what the Google form will look like that you are going to fill out, okay? It's going to explain my spring crafting retreat, which for many of you now, you already know all about it. For those of you who may not live in the area, you may be considering coming. And so, yes, Bess, you are a regular. So anyway, this is the spring crafting retreat. It's a 3-day weekend. It's designed to pamper you. And you will receive a tote bag filled with $50 in product. And if you invite a crafty friend that I have never met, you can earn a $25 gift certificate. All right? So there you go. Items for the crafting weekend in person. You will get a 6-foot rectangular table just for you, a swag bag, which is a $50 value, several exclusive pillow gifts. This is where I'm reading from, and I don't know. Oh, I can enlarge this. 6 make and take cards and projects. So our make and take cards are from the lovely and beautiful suite, and that is featured in the mini, okay? And I don't have my book with me right now, but after this, I might be able to show you. This actually, if you look at this picture, you're going to see the lovely and beautiful set with those gorgeous, gorgeous dies. So that's the suite we're going to use. Let's see. You'll have access to my Stampin' Up! Supplies, stamp sets, ink pads, blends, machines, embossing folders, all of that good stuff. There are refreshments and a snack bar. Stamping kits, adhesives, retired products will be available for sale. Registration option with food or without. So there are 2 different price points for the food. A service project for food insecurity where you can bring canned goods for our backpack ministry. And then, of course, you can purchase door prizes, and there is a retreat weekend ordering special. Okay, so registration, if you are in person and coming and attending, it is $225, okay? Food has gone up considerably, and so I'm really quite nervous about that, but I know it will all work out. So your $225 includes 2 dinners and a lunch. It also includes your snacks too. And if you register after February 4th, it's going up $10. So currently we are in early bird registration, okay? And it's early bird until Wednesday, February 4th. And then after February 4th, registration goes up by $10. If you would like to attend but want to opt out of the meals, you can. And it is $190. Late registration fee is $200. So again, it's going to go up by $10. So you need to register by February 4th. The event schedule along with retreat details will be emailed to class attendees on Thursday, February 26th. All right, now my online people, all right? For my online folks, it is $140. It includes your swag bag filled with $50 in product, all of the exclusive pillow gifts, 6 make and take cards, door prizes, retreat ordering special, priority mail shipping. So your 140 does include your shipping. So I don't have to add that, okay? Early bird registration's Wednesday, February 4th. On February 5th, it goes up to $150. So again, it goes up by $10, okay? So this is your retreat registration. This is where you will select one of the boxes. If you've already paid a deposit in the fall, I have all of that record keeping and I can look that up for you to see if you paid and how much you paid, okay? All right, so this is where you're gonna fill out your first name, your last name, your email address, your cell phone number, all of that good stuff I need, okay? All right, now let's talk about optional classes, all right? And this is what I just finished this evening. We are going to be creating 20 cards using the lovely arrangements, cards, and envelopes. Now, this suite is an online exclusive, okay? I have not started creating the cards yet, but I can guarantee you some of them will look just like that because I love them. And boy, do I love the colors. So this is 20 cards. It's 10 4x6 cards, and it is 10 3x4 cards. They're the Memories and More's cards. Okay, thank you, Tina. I'm so glad you enjoy your retreat box. Okay, so in this class, you're going to get the 20 cards and envelopes, a package of the Moody Palette Glossy Dots, and a package of Lovely Blossoms Designer Series paper. Now, please note, if you are interested in this class and you are not attending retreat, you're not paying for the online retreat, there will be an upcharge. So these prices are for my retreat attendees. So it will go up a bit for anyone not participating in retreat, okay? All right. The next class, I've never done this before at a retreat, okay? So hang on to your hats, and I'm going to explain the second optional class. The second, by the way, right here is where you'd say, yes, I want you to add that to my registration fee, or you could say, thank you, but no, I don't want to. You just have to check off the box what works for you. So I don't have a picture of this yet. I'll be creating it very soon. It's the Lovely Blossoms Sampler, okay? So we are going to create a 9x9 paper sampler using the Lovely Arrangements bundle. Now, if you're only taking the sampler class, it is $28, okay? And it includes embellishments and designer paper. For anyone who is already registered for this class, if you already signed up for this class, you can add on the sampler. The add-on option for those taking the Lovely Arrangements card class is $18. By the way, both of these fees do not include the frame, but I can share with you where to get it, okay? And it's a possibility that I might even have frames the retreat weekend for you to take with you. Of course, at an additional cost, I don't know what they are. So, yeah, you can only take the sampler class at retreat. If you do that, it's $28. Or you can do your add-on option for $18 and then make the 9x9 sampler. So it is a smaller sampler than what we usually do, okay? Once your form is filled out, if you will give me 2 to 3 business days to send you that invoice, okay? And that seems to work really well for everyone, so I don't think that will be a problem. Tina's done the retreat in a box and she's loved it. She's done several, which is awesome. So any questions for me? Again, this Google form is not live yet, but I have a feeling I just might be able to publish it tonight or tomorrow. But when I do publish the Google form on the Facebook post, I'm going to tell you that it's ready, okay? So you can check off the classes, any additional classes that you want to take. And at the bottom of your Google form, you want to hit the word submit, okay? And that's at the very bottom. You can't miss it. So that's the information I have for the retreat. We have 3 weeks from tonight to get signed up. So I think that gives us plenty of time to think about it. The venue is in Richmond, Virginia. So if you feel like traveling, we would love to have you. I have secured a block of hotel rooms. So anyone interested in the hotel, just message me and I will give you that information. It is a different hotel. I was having difficulty working with the original hotel. And so kind of switched hotels. I can give you all that info, okay? Yes. Oh, yes, Corinne, you are so right. Yes. So for the frame, Michael's usually has them on sale a couple of times a year. You are right, Corinne. I'm glad you brought that up. I saw them today. I looked it up online and they were on sale for like $12 and something. So I would say $13. It's a 9x9 black shadow box. So for anyone interested, you know, if you're doing the sampler and, you know, you need information on getting your frame, just let me know. And if I have enough people interested in the sampler, I may pick them up and bring them to retreat for y'all. But the sampler itself is, the frame itself is a separate price. So, hello, Rose. How are you? All right. Good to have you here tonight. All right. Well, I think we're ready to get started this evening. We're going to be making a Made with Love treat holder. And this is the Valentine suite that is Inner Mini, and it's pages, I want to say 30 to 33, something like that. I don't have my book with me right now, but we're going to make a little treat holder. And this little treat holder, it has note paper inside. Okay, there it is with a pin, but you can also fit Kit Kats in it. And then on top of that, check this out. It's a little stand that you can put on your desk. All right, so you could have this facing you, all right, on your desk, okay? I'll tell you all about the note paper and where I purchased it, all right, because it is new. You may have seen this before. We did this at Christmas time with the gingerbread man. Do you guys remember this one? And then what we did was we had gingerbread flavored Kit Kats inside. And again, it was on a stand. So it is literally the very same thing, literally the same measurements and everything. But this was such a big hit. I thought, why not do one for Valentine's Day? So that's what we're going to try and do. All right. Oh, thank you, Corinne. Corinne is referring to the sampler frames. She thinks they come in a 2-pack. Wouldn't that be wonderful? The ones I looked at and those that I purchased in the past, I was thinking it was only 1 in the pack. I'll have to check again. All right. Are you all ready? Okay. So I'm going to be switching over to my hands. All right. Oh, good, Deborah. Deborah said she made a lot of these. I'm so glad. That makes me happy. Great. All right. Let me move some things out of the way. All right. And I'm gonna switch over to my hands right now and kind of straighten things up over here. All right. Or maybe it's my camera I need to straighten up. Who knows? All right. There we go. Just trying to spread out and to give you all as much light as possible. All right. Okay. So this is what we're creating tonight. And if you're not familiar with this suite, it is the Endless Love stamp set. And it does have dies that coordinate with it. I hate being all crooked, so I keep adjusting things. I apologize. All right, so let me show you the dies and all the wonderful things they can do. They are right here. And this large heart has all these little dots stitched around it. Isn't that fun? All right. I'm going to get rid of the product of the month sheet. I don't need that right now. And then we also have this little tag here. This piece, you can actually stamp a heart and cut this out. This comes on one die. You get 5 little hearts. They all cut out separately, but they're on one die. You get 2 of this die and 2 of this one. Here's a really pretty heart. And right here, these 2 arrows you can cut out at one time. And then you've got the large arrow, okay? So, Corinne, you're making me jealous because you're cooking shrimp scampi right now. And that sounds absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so we're ready to get started. And we're going to be starting with my paper trimmer. All right, it's going to be your best friend for this this project. All right, here we go. So the first thing that we want to do is, and I've got my little Post-it notes. These were from last month when I did the gingerbread boy. You want to cut 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, okay? This is Poppy Parade. That's what I'm using this evening, Poppy Parade. And you can actually get 2 of these card bases out of 1 sheet of cardstock. So I am just going to cut at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to score at 5 1/2. And that will be the very middle of my paper, okay? So this first part, this one is done, okay? First thing you need. All right, I forgot to show y'all the virtual cards. They were laying right here, and I didn't even do it. Oh, boy. All right, now we're going to need another piece, and so we're going to continue. This was the piece that I just cut, okay? So now we're going to need a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This piece is going to get embossed. This piece right here. Don't pay attention to that because it's not pecan pie anymore. It is Poppy. Poppy Parade. And we're going to emboss this piece, okay? All right. The next piece we're going to need, and this is for the little easel. This right here in the middle is the easel, okay? So that needs to be 4 1/4, which we already have, by 4 inches. And then we're going to trim that. Now, on the 4-inch side, which actually we're on the 4-inch side right here, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And really, I love using the 1/2 inch on this side. So I'm going to go over to the 1/2 inch. And we're going to score. I'm going to turn it around now, and then I'm going to score at 2 inches. And I'm going to score again at 3.5 inches. Okay? And this piece right here is going to be the easel. Okay? So I folded the score lines. Now I'll unfold and I'm just going to put this with this cardstock. All right, one more piece. This time I've got to get a new sheet of cardstock. Believe it or not, this was the only thing left from that first sheet of cardstock. This is it. So very little paper waste. All right, our next one is a pocket, and that pocket goes on the very front of the card, okay? So my pocket needs to be 4 inches. I'll move that. And it needs to be 6.25 inches. Now that's 6.25, and this can be a difficult one to see. That's 6, here's 6, and there is 6.25 right there. I'm gonna put on my glasses for that. I'm having the hardest time seeing that. Yeah, that would be the quarter. All right, and that gets cut. And then along this 6.25 inch, and I'm just gonna measure. I just wanna be sure. Yep, 6.25 inches. So along this side, we are going to score at 1/2 inch. I like to use the 1/2 inch on this side. So we're scoring now. I'm gonna get that cutting blade out of the way. Turn it around. We're gonna score at 1 inch. 5.25 inches. And 5.75 inches. Then we're gonna rotate that cardstock to the 4 inch side, and we're gonna score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. And I'm gonna use the 1 inch that's over here. And that is all of the cutting and scoring that is needed for these pieces. So let's look at our pieces. We have this piece right here, and I'm gonna zoom out so we can see all of this. Here's the first one we cut. Then we cut this piece that we're gonna emboss. This is the stand, okay? And this is the pocket that's gonna go on the very, very front, okay? So we've got all of those pieces done. And what I would like to do is just start with the pocket, okay? Now you're going to notice we have score lines down the right side and score lines down the left, and then score lines across the bottom. So we are actually going to cut directly on that score line. All right, and we're gonna cut on that score line, okay? So we've got these 2 flaps, and I'm just gonna trim that one completely off. I don't need it. And then I am going to cut that one off. So I have a flap, okay? We want to do the very same thing to this side. So we're going to be cutting up to that second score line. And then we're going to cut that little flap off. And now we have this part done, okay? So you'll be looking to do this very same thing. Now, while I have it flat, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add tear and tape to this outer edge. By the way, when we created the gingerbread man last month, I probably taught the assembly of this very differently than I'm doing tonight. So it's like the more I play with this pattern, the more comfortable I become with it. So I'm probably doing some things a little bit different than what I did last month, and that's okay. All right, our next step is to fold these score lines. So I'm folding the sides, and now I'm going to fold the bottom. And you can use your bone folder too, okay? So now we're inside of this, and we are going to bring this up, and yep, we're gonna attach it. Okay, so we're gonna peel this piece of paper off, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let these two intersect and make sure that that attaches. I am gonna scoot in for you and see if that'll help you out a little bit. See maybe a little bit better. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. We are going to take this off, and we're gonna bring this one up. There we go. And we are going to close it. And again, really squeeze those two pieces together so that they will stick, okay? Now I'm going to add this bottom part right along here. All right, and I do prefer the tear and tape when I do something like this, so you can certainly use whatever adhesive you would like. Okay, now we're going to be ready to take this piece right here, which was at 4 1/4 inch by 11 inch. I'm actually going to open it up, and I'm going to be attaching it at the bottom. Okay, this is the front, and I'm attaching the pocket here from the bottom up. So I'm going to put on my readers again. Don't want to mess this up. And again, I'm going to let those bottom points meet. Okay. I think I've got it. Whoops, almost. Hang on. That was not lining up, and we definitely want it to line up. And we've got a little bit of forgiveness here with the paper and the tear and tape, so that's good. Okay, it's barely holding on, so I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm going inside the pocket, and I am going to rub and burnish that so that it will stick. Okay. All right. Now we're going to embellish this a little bit. And you know what? Probably should have done this a little bit earlier, but we are going to put a decorative front on it. So what we want to do is we want to decorate this front pocket, okay? So we've got to cut some cardstock for that, which I totally forgotten about, but this will still work. All right. Now, we can use bubble bath cardstock, which I've already cut 4 inches by 2 3/4. But we could also use Flirty Flamingo. Again, 4 inches by 2 3/4. So I'm going to ask y'all tonight what color you think I should use, okay? And we also have the DSP cut, which is 3 3/4 inches across by 2 1/2 inches down, okay? So probably should have cut those when we were cutting the other cardstock, but at the same time, it really doesn't matter that much, okay? Do either way. All right, so help me make this decision. This is bubble bath. And this is the designer paper that I'm putting on top. This is the Made with Love designer paper. I'll scoot in so you can see that bubble bath with that, okay? The other one is the Flirty Flamingo. So now I've got to zoom out so you can see that one. These are our choices. So tell me what you like. Are we doing bubble bath or are we going to do the Flirty Flamingo? Let me see if I can scoot in a little bit more. Y'all tell me what cardstock color you like best because I've had a really hard time figuring it out. So I'd love some advice, okay? And is anyone still out there? There've been no commenting tonight. Bobby likes Flirty. Bess likes bubble bath. Wow. And the nice thing is these are such complementary colors that either one is going to look great. Gail likes bubble bath. Oh my gosh, everybody's liking bubble bath. I'm really surprised. Keep on, vote some more. Any more votes out there? It looks like bubble bath is going to win if I don't hear from anyone else. Margaret likes Flirty. Very good. All right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 bubble baths and 1, 2, 3 Flirty Flamingos. Anybody else voting? This is so fun. All right, well, I tell you what we're gonna do. Let's do bubble bath, and then I'll have a sample that's in bubble bath and one that's in Flirty. How does that sound? I think it's fun to try different colors. All right, we're gonna attach these two, and I'm gonna use my Tombow liquid glue with this one. Then I'm gonna pick this up. I like to do this because it gives me wiggle room when I am placing the designer paper on here. I can kind of slide it around a little bit, which is really nice. Ooh, Sue likes bubble bath. Now what we're gonna do is, here's our pocket. We're gonna add some more Tombow liquid glue and we're gonna put it on the pocket. All right, let's see. And I do think these hearts are directional. I really do when I look at them. So we're gonna kind of go with that. Okay, I think we got it. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to add an inside piece. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but this is embossed with the hearts embossing folder, okay? A little hard to see in Poppy Parade. So I'm going to show it to you in other colors. By the way, this is the embossing folder, and it looks like this, okay? So it's kind of like rainbows with hearts. So this one right here is basic white as an insert. We can leave the insert Poppy Parade, but we don't have to. We can also use this, okay? That's bubble bath. This is Flirty Flamingo, which I probably would not do since we're using the bubble bath here. And this one is Real Red, okay? So any thoughts? I personally am liking this bubble bath right here just to make it look a little bit different. Thoughts? Y'all have any thoughts on that? I'd love to hear from you. Okay. All right, Deborah is saying bubble bath. I don't know if she's talking about this background piece or the piece up here. All right. Okay, everyone. Ooh, I'm hearing the bubble bath come in again. Woohoo! Well, let's do it again. I am going to show you that we've got about 1/8 of an inch sticking up across there. So I'm going to take the trimmer and I'm going to trim 1/8 of an inch off. Okay. And I'm going to trim it off the bottom, not the top. Okay, but see how much I took off? Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to insert it and make sure it fits. It does. It fits perfectly now. So we're going to use Tombow liquid glue again. So we're changing this one up a bit. You know, sometimes when I'm creating a project, and you may feel the same way, all the colors are so beautiful. It's like, which two colors do I put together? So it can be really hard just to make that decision. It can be really hard for me. All right, so I glued that in there. We've got some nice embossed hearts right there. And now the next thing we're going to do is add the easel, all right? So this is our easel stand right here. And if we turn this to the side, we actually want to make the letter W. Okay, let's say the W starts here, 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 okay? So that's what we want to do when we're creating this. And so I need to be sure, and this is what I do. I'm going to turn it on its side. Actually, you know, nope. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what to do first. I tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to fold these. There we go. All right. So this is the easel stand. You're going to close it, and then these flaps are going to turn out. Okay. And then when I add this, I actually have the reverse of this. So I like to personally turn mine around. I like that point going up in the middle. So I like the W, not the M. Does that make sense? All right, we'll go over it one more time in a minute, but right now, we're going to add our tear and tape. Hopefully I haven't confused you. Hi, Lee. How are you doing? All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to peel the paper off. Okay, and remember that I like the W. That's going to be my W. Okay, I'm going to close it, and that's how it's going to go. So let me just turn here, and let me line this up with the bottom. Okay, one side is done, and it's going to make the W. Now I want this tear and tape at the edge of this. Okay, and now it is done. Okay, let's embellish the front, okay? So fun. All right, so I don't know if I've shown you this or not, but I use this constantly, especially when I'm working with a brand new suite. These are all my pieces and parts of different hearts, different things that I've been using to make projects. So this is the stitched heart, and it has the hole at the very top. And then, I don't know if you noticed this or not. Do I have that? I want you to look at the word love. Look at this font, okay? It is actually the very same font. It's called Mini Alphabet Dies, okay? And I just laid the dies right here on the polka dotted paper, and then all of the letters came out, and I have them in here. So I have all the letters I need for creating. So I've already pre-cut the words, or the letters. I've pre-cut the letters L-O-V-E. And now we're gonna take those letters. I put them, did I put them over here? Where? Yep. I put them over here so I would have them separated, and you wouldn't have to wait for me to find all the letters. All right, let's see what else we got here. Hang tight. I need an L. There's the L right there. Okay. All righty. Now, let's see. L-O-V-E is what we're spelling. I like to just lay my letters on here. I want to get an idea of where the middle is. So the O and the V are in the middle, and the hole's kind of between the two letters, all right? So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm going to take the letter and put a little liquid glue on it. Very, very little. I don't know if you can see how little that is, but that is pretty darn little. Pick that up. And then I'll put it about right here. Now don't panic yet. I know nothing is straight yet. All right. Now the next letter is going to be letter O. All right. Then we're going to pick that up. And we'll put that about there. And again, I've got a little scooting around room, which is really nice. Okay. Alrighty. And this is letter L. Whoops. And we'll put that about there. And if anyone is interested in the item number for the letters, it's the Mini Alphabets Dies, and it's item 162934. Aren't these letters adorable? And you also get some special characters with it too. All right. And we're going to put E right here. I might have to move that. Yep. All right. I have glue right there, but that's okay because we're getting towards the end. So there's my word love. And I'm going to want to pop that up. Now we get to all the dimensionals. This is the fun part. All right. And this is our new little Post-it note holder or candy, okay? Can also be for your Valentine's candy. And we're going to put that about right there, okay? So there it is. Then we're going to add a heart. And this heart is the same paper as the letters. We're going to pop this up as well. All right. And we'll put this one about here. And then a little tag. And I cut several of these just in case I stand crooked. I'm going to be using Poppy Parade ink. And the words are today and always. Let's see what happens. Did I get it? I got it. Awesome. All right, and this is where we're going to add some dimensionals. I will add the smaller ones here. Okay. And then we're going to put that right across the heart. Just like that. Now this is where I love to add ribbon, just tie a bow, but I will tell you, I'm totally out of this ribbon. It is a part of the very same suite, and it is Bubble Bath ribbon. Wow, look how the two look so different. All right, let's talk about what we're gonna put inside, okay? I can already tell you that the milk chocolate Kit Kats for Valentine's Day will fit. So you could very easily slide them in, and you'll get 4 of these in the holder, okay? Another thing you can do is to, excuse my reach, I'm reaching for some notepads here. The notepad that I used in the sample tonight, where's the notepad? Here it is. It's called Love This For Me. This fits perfectly in here, okay? Now, I used the mini list notes. It's called Noted by Post-it Notes. And I found this at Target, okay? Now, something else you can do, doesn't this look like strawberry slush? You can put your notepad in here, okay? Maybe you don't want to take your notepad out of the holder. And believe it or not, this fits in here. It fits perfectly in here, okay? You could even cut off the top part if you want, but that does fit. The other thing that fits, and maybe I'll use this one because this looks like Bubble Bath, doesn't it? This will also slide in here, okay? But you can also take it out of the holder. So these are called Heart Notes, and they had Soul Ties and Flirt Alert. I thought the Flirt Alert was super cute. Doesn't this look like Bubble Bath, and doesn't this look like Strawberry Slush? So you'll find these in Target, okay? And they're by Post-it. I've not seen them on Amazon. So I absolutely love this one because this looks like Bubble Bath, and it just fits and looks so pretty with the Poppy Parade. Also, you can use a mini gel pen, and you can find these at your office supply store. You may even find some called Palm. It's a keychain ballpoint pen, so it's got a little keychain at the very, very top, and a pink or red one would look great. I know you can purchase these at Staples, but I'm pretty positive you're gonna find it on Amazon, all right? So let's see what this looks like over here. That's the other one. And then the pen will fit in here as well. Also, a Kit Kat. If you don't have a pen, don't worry about a pen. Slide in a Valentine Kit Kat, okay? So these are our projects tonight. The originals in Poppy Parade. This is also Poppy Parade with a little Bubble Bath. in the layers. Oh, and this layer in here is Flirty Flamingo. All right. So anybody have any questions for me? I'm going to try this now and see how this one works. I just think these are so cute. And I like this one with this. And look how the words are kind of peeking out. I like those two together. And I love this one together with the little pin. And it can stand up. So it can stand up right on your desk. Okay? Any questions for me regarding that? Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you like it, Gail. Thank you, Corinne. Okay, there is, just want to give you just one more announcement. There's a possibility that I may not be able to be here next Wednesday. I may be going out of town for a day. So I'll keep you posted. If I'm unable to be here, I'm going to leave you a little note on my Facebook page telling you that I won't be live. So there's a possibility I may not be here next Wednesday night, but I'll be here the following Wednesday night. And we'll be doing more Valentine stuff. For those of you who have not signed up for my virtual club, it's still time. Tomorrow's the deadline. And this right here is a sneak peek of one of the cards that we are creating this month. All right? So that's just one of them. That's one of our fun folds. And then here's one with these gorgeous pieces of designer paper. Just so pretty. You'll have to excuse my camera. And then this one is probably one of my faves. Love this one a lot. So you get to create 2 of each design. There are 8 cards. You get a free welcome gift. You get a half package of DSP, a full package of doilies. Look at the doily card. And a full package of embellishments as well. So don't miss this month. And if you can't find where to sign up, just contact me at tammy@becreativestamping.com and I'll show you where to do that, okay? So I hope all of you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and I will hopefully see you next Wednesday night. And if not, it'll be the following Wednesday. All right? Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Take care.